Now, what's another big difference between private money and hard money? And that is, how much will the lender advance to you when you purchase? Most hard money lenders are only going to give you 65% to 80% of the purchase price. You got to come up with the difference in the form of a down payment. But in this world of private money, you get 100% of purchase. If there's rehab or renovation involved, you get 100% of the renovation cost, and you can actually borrow up to you can borrow up to 75% of the after repaired value. That's why, and don't miss, this is a big difference. And that is, when you're using private money, when you purchase a single family house, you get to bring home a big check without taking any of your own money to the closing table. Who wants to get paid to buy properties? So since we can borrow up to 75% of the after repaired value, let me give you a quick little example. Let's say that you're investing in a single family house that's got a $200,000 after repaired value. If it needs rehab of say $30,000 or whatever, you can buy that house, that single family house, all day long for $100,000, 50% of the after repaired value. But since you can borrow up to 75% of the after repaired value, that means on that $200,000 after repaired value house, you can borrow $150,000. That $150,000 is going to be wired into your real estate attorney's trust account. If you buy it for only $100,000, guess what? You get to bring home a big check when you buy that property without taking any of your own money to the closing table. So that's a big difference between hard money and private money. Hard money, you're going to be taking money to the closing table when you purchase. In this world of private money, you always get to bring home a big check when you buy. Chris, those are some of just the few differences between hard money and private money. Another big one is there's no limit to the amount of private money you can borrow from individuals. There's no limit to the number of private lenders that you could be doing business with. With hard money, there will be a limit to the amount of hard money that you can borrow at one time. And the biggest difference between private money and hard money is who makes the rules? Who is the underwriter? Who is setting the length of the note, the maximum loan to value, etc.? Guess what? This is a 180-degree mind shift. You, as the borrower, you are your own underwriter. Traditionally, institutional lenders, banks, they are the underwriter. They set the rate, they set the length of the note, they set the frequency of payments, they make all the rules. But in this world of private money, as the borrower, we're not asking for a mortgage. We're not begging, selling, pleading, trying to persuade or talk a lender into loaning us money. Instead of asking for money, we are simply offering an opportunity, offering a mortgage, and therefore we set the interest rate. It's not negotiable. The lender's not setting it. It's our program that we're offering. So this whole world of private money just puts you in the driver's seat of having as much private money as you want on the terms that you want. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, and I like that really, that synopsis and breakdown. And, again, this is a kind of a 20, 25-minute podcast. So there's more information. You can check out Jay's resources, which would be at the end of the show. So talk about building credibility with private lenders, and how do you find them, and what advice do you have for new investors trying to build trusting credibility and get funding?
Sure. There's three primary categories as to where you find private lenders. Those three categories of private lenders are, first of all, your own warm market, your own connections, people that are already in your cell phone, people you go to church with, people you are already connected with, people that you already see every week on a daily basis, wherever that may be. So we call that your warm market. The second category of private lenders are what we call your expanded warm market. So I know you will agree that there's a direct correlation between your network and your net worth. So how can you grow your connections? After a while, you're going to run out of your own connections. So how can you expand your warm market? I teach other real estate investors how to blow up your connections and expand it very quickly. But here, for the sake of this show, I'll give you just one example that is very powerful. And that is, Business Networking International, also known as BNI, Business Networking International. Business Networking International was founded by Ivan Misner decades ago. And even the small towns in America, even here in Morehead City, we have a BNI chapter. There's about 20 members in the group. And here's the way BNI works. BNI is not a civic organization. It's not about raising money for charity and for other good works in the area. This is a business organization that you join, the local chapter. They truly only allow one professional in each chapter, meaning there's only one real estate attorney allowed. There's only one realtor allowed. There's only one electrician, one plumber, one HVAC, one general contractor, one CPA, one accountant, bookkeeping service, only one essential oil lady. You're getting my drift. There's only one person allowed of each profession. And so the purpose of being in BNI is to share leads with other fellow members. And so you're going to be giving leads of business to your fellow members, and they're going to be giving you leads of individuals that are looking for high rates of return, to where you can put on your teacher hat and you can teach people that they refer to you what private money is and how they can get high rates of return safely and securely. So you got your original warm market, people you've already got a relationship with. Then there's your expanded warm market. These first two areas are where you're able to teach and share with people what private money is, and they've never heard of it before. I've got 47 private lenders, and not one of them have ever heard of private money, private lending until I taught them about it and opened this opportunity up to them. The third category of private lenders are existing private lenders. These are individuals, people that are already loaning money out from either their investment capital and or their retirement funds to other real estate investors. So where do you find these people? A lot of them have got accounts at self-directed IRA companies. And so 70% of account holders at self-directed IRA companies want to lend money to real estate investors. So get connected with a self-directed IRA company. You can Google it. Just type in self-directed IRA in your city and state, and there'll be a company near you. And go to their networking events, and you can network with their account holders who are looking to loan money out. But there's one caveat that you need to be aware of, and that is you're not going to be putting on your teacher hat, teaching those people what private money is. They already know what private money is because they're already lending it out. So now that's going to be a negotiation conversation to where you are not going to be teaching them your program. You're just going to be finding out what it is that they are accustomed to receiving, and then you all negotiate the interest rate. So those are the three categories as to where you find private lenders: your own warm market that you can teach, your expanded warm market that you can grow quickly, such as joining BNI, and then existing private lenders that have accounts at self-directed IRA companies.
Are you feeling inspired by the knowledge you gained in this episode? Then head over to jayconner.com/moneyguide. That's JCONNER.com/moneyguide and download your free guide that shares 7 reasons why private money will skyrocket your real estate investing business right now. Again, that's jayconner.com/moneyguide to get your free guide. We'll see you next time on Raising Private Money with Jay.